Welcome to the Jeff and Jordan Show. My name is Jeff, and I'm joined by my good buddy Jordan.
What's going on, Jeff?
Today, the day we finally draft the country artists of the 2000s.
Of the 2000s, yep.
2000s. Now, I don't know if we've mentioned this before. We did take a little bit of a hiatus due to personal issues and stuff like that, but we got a new background, we got a new setup.
That's right.
Looking fresh, looking clean.
So fresh and so clean.
That's right. But I also don't know if we mentioned this or not, but we did mess up on the years. We should have not included 2010, but in order to keep everything the same, we're going to keep 2010 in for the 2000s for the remainder of the 2000s draft.
At least for the 2000s.
And then we will bring you 2010 or 2011 to 2021.
Yep.
At the beginning of next year. So with that being in mind,
that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. But you know what, man? I was looking, man. Every time we do these drafts, like 2010 was like a big year for music. There's so many damn hits.
It was
turn of the decade was just huge.
It was insane. Almost in every genre I look at.
Yep.
But
we are gonna have a rough time today.
Oh yeah. You know, the 2000s were a very weird time for every genre except for rock, I feel like.
Yeah, and me and you, we were talking about this, and I feel like there's at least one genre every decade that's going to be the roughest, right? So this year, you know, the 2000s, it's country. I think the 90s for pop is going to be pretty rough as well.
I think that may be actually okay. I don't know. We'll find out. But
one of the major four always slacks. Always slacks in a decade, right? So
yeah. You're not wrong on that note.
Yeah. So 2000, you know, when we do the 2010s or the whatever you want to call it, rock is probably going to be on that list as well.
Rock,
debatably.
Ooh,
debatably. You know.
You know what? Up until probably the 20, or the 2010 area.
Yeah.
I think rock every decade has been pretty poppin'.
It's
the 70s, 80s, 90s. I mean,
every year from the 50s forward
has been pretty heavy for rock.
Pretty heavy for rock. Rock is dominated, and now they've fallen off. Which, you know,
you can only dominate for so long, man.
Exactly.
Maybe they'll come back.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back. You never know.
But you ready to get this draft started? I'm kind of excited. So, from the last time, did you go first last time, or did I go first last time?
So you get first pick on the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I got the first pick on the rap from when I picked Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest one I think that I could find for the 2000s was, man,
it's a tough pick just for 1-1. See, I had a 1-1 in mind.
So are we? So I just want to make sure. When I'm saying these, I'm not saying these in any order of like the best to worst or whatever. I'm just trying to make sure I get ones that you don't pick or that you may pick.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go. I got to start that out. I think with I'm gonna do Carrie Underwood, man.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah,
wow.
She had a lot.
I don't think I had Carrie on here.
She
just
did,
because there wasn't enough meat in the 2010 or up to 2010.
I mean, I got a lot.
What did you have?
I mean, these are all hits, like singles and hits from.
Yeah, but how many albums did she have?
Oh, she had at least three big albums, like ones that
up to 2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
which I was pretty shocked at myself. But I mean, Jesus Take the Wheel was like the biggest.
That's what put her on the map.
And then Before He Cheats, I mean, that one was a big one for her.
Yeah.
And also, So Small was a great song. So I mean, I had to go with Carrie for that. You know, she was really. She was big in the 2000s, man. I haven't heard much in 2010s, but for the 2000s, man, she was.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely transparent here, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say the 2010 country I've fallen off of. I fell off country in the 2000s, mid 2000s. I gotta be honest. I gotta get back into the country game. Heard it's changed and popping with I know the artists. You got like Florida Georgia Line, which is huge, and Luke Bryan is huge, right? So
yeah, but I was looking up him, but I think he's more 2010s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the 2010s, I got to get back in grooving on the country. Falling off in the mid 2000s. All right. So you took Carrie Underwood, round one, pick one. Awesome. I'm going to go with.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know what?
What?
Give me them Rascal Flats.
Man.
Yeah, give me that Rascal Flats.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yes, sir.
Put that on the other side to balance it out.
yeah. Maybe that's what's not. No, man, it can't be that unbalanced, that perfectly balanced. No.
Weird.
Huh? That is weird.
It was
the
just
whole
fun.
thing. Yeah, it was just fun, and now all of a sudden it decides, well, I think I'm too heavy.
Such is
Stop
life.
eating, Mike. You're getting a little one-sided here.
That's weird.
Jeez. What in the world?
I guess put the boom back a little bit. But you're going Rascal Flats.
I'm going Rascal Flats, man.
Go ahead and adjust it.
Yeah, I'm going Rascal Flats. Guys, let me.
Right here.
Yeah. That's right.
But
that should be good.
all right,
Yeah.
Rascal Flats.
Rascal Flats, man.
I think you stole one of mine.
Yeah, man. Rascal Flats, I mean, they were huge, right? So
Yeah. Bless the Broken Road was like that was a jam.
Fast Cards and Freedom. I put down My Wish, Me and My Gang. That 2006 album, Me and My Gang, was huge. What hurts the most was on there. My Wish, Me and My Gang, Life is a Highway.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even write Life is a Highway. That was actually a cover from the 80s. They did it better, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
they still made it big
when
with
it
that
comes to
song.
listens on Spotify.
Yeah,
those three or those four right there have close to 100 million, if not over.
Yeah, and I know you base a lot of yours off of the listens. I mean, I do a little bit. My research a little bit different.
Yeah.
I go for what was her hits, like what was really big, like what albums had the biggest songs.
I find the hits via the listens. Usually the hits are going to be more significant listens on Spotify.
Well, I think we know from certain bands that
can also flush out what the mainstream media wants to deem as a hit too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, mainstream media says this is a hit, and then everyone else is like, oh, that's a really good song, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a little different.
Yeah.
Is that all you got to say about the Flats?
The Rascal Flats? No, man.
What else do you?
I mean, let's see. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums between 2000 and 2010.
But were they all good?
I mean, they kind of fallen off after Me and My Gang.
Yeah, I mean, most of those boy bands kind of.
There was a lot of meat to that one, and I like meat. That's what I like. I like being able to go, oh, they have more than just 2 albums or 3 albums in the 2010s. I like having, girth. because I mean, it just makes the list longer. You could go on and on about the songs, blah 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 blah. So
Yeah, true.
all right,
True.
but yeah, that's what I get to say about Rascal Flatts.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Rascal Flatts taken as my first round pick. You're on the clock, man.
I feel like I'm gonna take a big one from you here and say Keith Urban.
Yeah, you took a big one.
I mean, because
Yeah.
I personally like a lot of his songs, but when you think, but You'll Think of Me came out, that was huge.
Yeah.
Sweet Thing, Only You Can Love Me This Way Till Summer Comes Around. I mean,
Yeah.
Somebody Like You was
Yeah.
big. I mean, even Making Memories of Us was a pretty big one. But man, I think Keith Urban was just as big as Rascal Flatts, but I think Keith Urban has had more longevity.
I think Keith Urban kept the 90s style of country music, while Rascal Flatts kind of were more, I don't know, how do you put it? Like
New Age.
new age country. They were transitioning with that country rockish feel.
More so,
you
yeah.
know, and Keith Urban was on the opposite side of the spectrum. In that time.
2000s country to me is kind of like
Transitional period.
well what I mean is like it's like 90s rock with a twang in a way. When you think of Jason Aldean, they're basically a rock band with a
With some twang, yeah.
kind of, yeah. I mean,
With Jason Aldean in mind, I'm taking Jason Aldean as my
I knew that was happening. I knew
with my
I had a
round 2
feeling.
pick. Yeah.
Jason Aldean's your boy.
Yeah.
But what did he have in that time? I thought most of his hits were after 2010.
No, man. So he had, let's see, 4 albums. Now, I will say the 2004 album, self-titled. What's the deal with the first album these artists are coming out with or self-titled? I've noticed that a lot of them are self-titled. Like first one, just
I think it's more to get your name out there.
maybe
It's like hey, coming up with his debut album, Jason Aldean, self-titled, Jason Aldean.
yeah.
So it's like
I got you.
maybe they say the name twice and then it gets in your head.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean,
He didn't really have his first big hit until 2009. She's Country, Big Green Tractor, The Truth.
see, that's what I remember is that album making him. That's why I didn't.
Which was the Wide Open album in 2009. But prior to that, the Relentless album, 2007, I was struggling a little bit on some songs. Johnny Cash was the one that probably was the more popular song on there, and Hicktown on the self-titled. But
Hicktown wasn't bad.
yeah, then he really got into gear in 2010 with My Kind of Party's album, which had My Kind of Party, Dirt Road Anthem,
You know what's
Church Pew on a Bar Stool.
what's kind of crazy about that album is the song My Kind of Party was not written by him. It was Brantley Gilbert. And then same with Dirt Road Anthem, that was Brantley Gilbert and Colt Ford.
Okay.
So like two of some of his biggest songs, he basically lifted from someone that had already put him out like a year prior,
Well,
which is nuts.
well, that's what happens, man.
All I'm saying is Jason Aldean, no.
Hey, man,
But
taking them.
But his songs are all right.
Yeah.
They're not too bad.
Oh yeah. I love me some Jason Aldean.
Now, I'm gonna take if you're finished with him,
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take me some Blake Shelton.
You got to take the couple in the first 3 rounds, or the former couple.
Former couple.
Yeah. Didn't Carrie Underwood?
Oh,
and
wait, no, was it Carrie Underwood?
Yeah, it was Carrie Underwood that he was engaged to, married to, or something, and then they broke up.
Well,
and
damn,
now
go
he's-
Blake, son. She's fine.
Yeah,
Anyways,
he left her for,
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani. Yeah.
She must be doing something. So, anyways, Blake Shelton had Austin. I mean, Old Red, Some Beach,
Yeah.
Home. Which actually, that album with Home on it was released on my birthday in 07.
In 07. Fun fact. Okay.
which is crazy because I think we were going into 10th grade at that time.
Now you know Jordan's birthday, everybody. I'm gonna keep my personal information.
Ah,
Throw your social security out there too. I'm just
so it's 819
yeah, it's 555.
555 go.
Yeah, 555. Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
We're trying to be monetized, damn it.
Damn it, we can't get monetized until we get
At least 2 viewers.
until we get partnered. How are you gonna demonetize somebody who's not monetized?
This video is not sponsored. All right. I ain't got much to say about Blake, but I did like Some Beach and all that. I mean, they were good. You know, Blake was just like Aldine, better in the 2010s.
Yeah, just like Carrie, I think too. She had some massive hits back then, but I think a lot of her meat is in the 2010s. Probably why I didn't write them down. All right, I'm going out.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
This one might be a little bit controversial.
Probably. I
Might
could
be.
see it.
Probably should be taking this one in the 90s, but oh well. Gonna take it in the 2010s too. And that is Toby Keith.
I thought about that, but I was like, I was waiting to use him for the 2000s. Because
Well,
since
we are
you-
in the 2000s.
I mean the 90s, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
90s. Because now that you used him in the 2000s, you can't in the 90s, but I can't because I didn't use him.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Them the rules. So yeah, I mean he had a few things.
What did he have?
Mainly let's see. Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Ooh, America.
Beer from Our Horses.
Oh, dude, those are.
Yep. I love this bar.
Maybe I
American
should've.
Soldier. He had some meat in the 2010s, or in the 2000s, but a lot of his big stuff, real recognizable stuff outside of country music is in the 90s. So
Yeah, should have been a cowboy. I mean,
yeah,
that's like one of the biggest ones.
yeah, that's one of his bigger songs. Yeah,
But the
but I
2000s,
think that's like 95 or something like that.
but the 2000s sounded good for him, man. I mean, American Soldier. I mean, that's
He started falling off after 2001. All of that was on the same album, Unleashed 2001, and then after that,
dude, that's a killer album though.
Shock and Y'all had I Love This Bar, and American Soldier that I mentioned, but yeah. So after 2003, I guess, 2004, no, 2004 he had As Good As I Once Was. Yeah, that was actually a good song too. Yeah, big song.
So in 3 years, he had some pretty big hits in those years.
Yeah, and then 2008 was his next one. Fell off after that. That's right. That's what I put down.
Well, man, if you're good on Toby, I got another one.
Go for it.
Which number are we at now?
This will be number 4 for you.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I got to go George Strait, man.
George
Oh.
Strait.
Look,
Man, you talk about a pick that should have been in a different decade.
I know.
Man, now you can't pick him in the 90s. That's huge.
That's fine. I had a few other artists lined up for the 90s.
Okay.
But George is his biggest hits were more in the 80s, I found. But I just wanted to go with
Can't use him again.
that's fine. I mean, but Run, She'll Leave You With a Smile, She Let Herself Go, Give It Away, Troubadour. I mean, those are some pretty big hits, even in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And, I know that I can't use him again, and that's fine. But I got a bunch of other heavy hitters, like I said, lined up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. You got a bunch. You've already worked on your list for the 80s?
no, but I've been thinking about it because, I listen to...
Yeah, you listen to more of a wider spectrum. I'm trying to get into that wider spectrum.
Yeah,
You've already gotten into it, so.
Well, it's like you say, I'll pick country from the 80s. I'm just like, I ain't gonna give you any.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
You could do that off head.
almost, yeah.
Off memory, yeah.
But no, I just like George Strait, man. And I should have waited, for like Check Yes or No and stuff like that. Or, oh God, what was the other one? There's another big one, not Check Yes or No. I keep thinking Keith Whitley now.
Uh-oh. No.
Anyways,
Are you You done with old George Strait, The Wrong Decade?
Yeah, I ain't got much to say about it. I just know that those are some good songs that I like, especially Troubadour.
Okay.
And
I'm just going for my list here. You took that. I can go with that.
talk about one that man should have waited for a different day.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, with the damn George Strait, I wouldn't even. I figured if George Strait was even going to go off in this draft, it would have went first round, first pick. But
he's one of them.
Yeah, I'm torn between two. All right, another one that should have been picked in a different decade.
Oh,
I mean, it was gonna be it one way or another. This is number 4 for me. Brooks and Dunn.
Oh man, that's just like straight, dude.
Yeah,
that should have been.
No, that should have been picked in.
I thought Toby Keith was bad and George Strait was bad.
That's real.
You know what? This goes to show there wasn't much big country though in the 2000s.
Yeah. Well, so they had Red Dirt Road.
That was in the 2000s?
2003.
Oh, I thought that was 90s.
Yeah. Play Something Country in 2005. Let's see. Only in America in 2001.
I don't actually remember that song.
I'm not going to check that out later because I'm a horrible singer. But yeah, you're going to have to look it up. But it was a pretty big song. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not a lot of meat for Brooks and Dunn in the 2000s, but they were there, and they had a few big ones. So,
okay, good to know because I didn't really know that all those were in the 2000s. I thought they stayed more towards, like more of their hits were in the 90s.
Yeah.
Hey, also, want to clarify. So we can't do Brooks and Dunn, but can we do Ronnie Dunn on his own? Because he had some pretty good stuff on his own too.
Right, but
so are we counting that?
No, that's separate because that would be under a different label, different name.
Okay,
Yeah.
Want to make sure for future reference.
Yeah. It'd be like you not being able to take Slipknot, or you taking Slipknot and then saying, well,
Can't do Corey Taylor.
No, you can't do Corey Taylor, which is separate from Slipknot.
It is, but I just wanted to check because I mean
somebody taking Asking Alexandria and not being able to take Danny Warsnap.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Well, if you're done with Brooks, I got my final one.
Yep. Okay. Number 5 for you.
Billy Currington.
Billy Currington.
He had some pretty decent ones. People are crazy. Must be doing something right.
Okay.
And it wasn't.
He was more of a songwriter, wasn't he? Songwriter for other bands or no?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I think maybe you're thinking of Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, Chris Stapleton.
Because he was like that.
Yeah.
And then he came out and became one of the biggest country dudes. Like.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so I like Billy Currington. His voice is pretty cool. His stuff is mellow, and I think he did. I think Good Directions was Yep. Good Directions was in 2005.
Okay.
And People Are Crazy. Actually, People Are Crazy was in 2009.
Okay.
It was just kind of odd. I mean, his hits were kind of spread out.
Yeah.
But this country draft was a lot harder.
Oh, I still got one last pick.
Yep, you do. I was just stating for me.
Yeah, it's hard in the 2000s. Like I said, it was a transitional period for them, and you had the artists like the Jason Aldeans and the Rascal Flatts that were helping the transition to keep it mainstream, to keep it big.
But they took off later on in the decade.
In the decade, and there's not a whole lot there. Once you get into the 2010s, and you get a lot more.
Which is nuts because like if you asked me name 5 big rock bands, it would take me forever to sit there and really hone in on who do I mean out of so many, who do I pick? But country, it's like
who do I pick
like
in a different hall? Yeah.
That actually
a whole different aspect.
Especially for doing a whose list is better kind of thing for these.
Yep.
Like that's just tough.
It is tough. With my number 5 pick, I'm just gonna go off and say Sugarland.
I didn't didn't even consider them.
Sugarland, yeah.
What did they do?
Let's see. Not a whole lot. Stuck like glue in 2010.
Stuck
Like, yeah, exactly.
Something
You got
like
it
that.
going. You got it going. They didn't have a whole lot here. I wrote down for 2004 something more, and then Baby Girl, and then yeah.
So
like
we're struggling a little bit at the end.
Yeah, we're gonna
I get
struggle
you. I
for
get
Sugar
you.
Land in the 2010s because they came out in 04.
Yeah.
And
Well, Billy
they didn't
Currington was
really-
05.
I think they really hit it off in 2010 with the song "Stuck Like Glue." I think that's their like big hit in the 2010s. Yeah. So
Man, that's tough, dude.
yeah, it's tough like hell. Yeah.
Now I got that song stuck in my head.
What, Stuck Like Glue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to it later.
See, you're already amping up my number 5 pick. All right.
I'm sorry, man. I forgot about that song, and it's not bad. What do you want me to say? I can't help it.
In a very tough and very crappy draft, I think we did all right.
Yeah, I don't think it was bad. I really don't.
I don't think so. But
Considering what we had to work with, and I'm sure someone's gonna comment, "You missed this. You missed this." I mean, whatever.
yeah, right. Yeah.
'Cause we don't know every band that was out, but we're trying to just think of the most popular ones.
Yeah. That's the main point, is getting the the more popular ones, and we'll get into the less popular ones later.
Of course.
No spoiler alert, but there's going to be a 5th draft for the 2000s, and and so you'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, as we always say, if you have a better idea, or if you think you missed somebody or whatever, you can always leave it down in the comments below.
Yep.
And if we've never heard of them, we'll check them out.
Absolutely.
Obviously, the list that we came out with, most people are already going to know about, but you never know, because we're trying to incorporate everybody, and there's probably people out there that probably never even heard of Keith Urban or Rascal Flatts.
I think Sugarland would be the one that
or Sugarland
is under the radar.
Yeah, but I mean, you think
never
about
know.
Yeah, you think about somebody who listens to strictly nothing but one genre, and if they subscribe or do whatever, then you never know what happens. But we got a new segment for y'all guys. I don't know if that's going to come up before or after this draft, but that's why we just doing the draft, and we're going to have a new segment. We're going to be uploading twice a week instead of just once.
Yep, twice.
And yeah, so trying to condense it down to a little bit, less than an hour long.
More digestible videos.
Exactly. Space it out into video or separate videos instead of bullshitting for an hour.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes we get on a little tangent.
yeah, like we are now. But
That's right, Jeff. What are the 3 things they should do?
They got to like, subscribe. They got to ring the bell.
Ooh, there's a 4th thing actually.
And, yeah, they got to comment. Yeah, there's 4. Yeah, I knew there was 4, and when you said 3, I was like, yeah.
That's my bad. It's been a long
Them
week.
the 4 things they got to do.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace, and we'll catch you in the next video.